a big warm welcome to the awesome, incredible Keisha family.
I'm ready!
You guys, this is awesome, and God, that's inspiring. You are an inspiration. You really are. Thank you. And one of the things that you got to realize is that when you're around other people, you become, as TK say, who you surround yourself with. Proximity is power. And for those of you guys who don't realize, every week we come together and we have 6- and 7-figure earners who are pouring their life into each other. And for me, it's an inspiration to be in the room, to sit around and watch and look at all these people and go, wow. Do you understand that people in the real world don't make the kind of money that we talk about making? And we're going to share, and you're going to hear people share with you how they did it. So the quickest way to success, I always tell people, is not trial and error. That is a way. That's the most painful way. The quickest way to success is model somebody that's already done it.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
So on a weekly basis, we're able to come and hear from people that have gotten where we want to get. And the reality is, if we want to get there, you've already got a way. You don't have to figure it out. Just follow it, you know. So I was very excited for James. I'm excited for James. James has inspired a whole lot of people to get a whole lot of places just from the challenge. You know, part of accountability is coaching. A good coach, you may not always like them, but they'll bring the best out of you. You know, I mean, the coaches that you'll look back on, the teachers, that sometimes your parents, you'll look back on and go, God, I hated them growing up. But I wouldn't be where I am if they hadn't done what they did. Does that make sense? So understand that this is an accountability group, not to get on you, but just to stir up what's already in you. Because the reality is you already have it in you. And one of the things that I saw early on when I was young, I said, this ain't normal to get this kind of teaching. So I want to share with you a couple things, because anytime you get someone, I enjoyed your story. Thank you. McDonald's. See how many people, I need to stop, I need to go there more and order and ask people, hey, you know, I mean, people coming from all walks of life. So as I said before, my story, I got into this when I was very, very young. But the one thing that I was young and understood, I need a new peer group. I knew that, you know. Growing up in Inglewood, California, I said there was an unwritten law in my neighborhood: if you saw somebody running, you didn't ask no questions. There was an unwritten rule. If you saw somebody running, you started running. You didn't ask them why they were running. You didn't ask them who they were running from. You just started running. And I knew that I needed to change, you know. So I went the way of sports and was fortunate enough to get an athletic scholarship. But I went to the University of Iowa because I needed to get out of the environment that I was in. Because I mean, how many of y'all know you need to change? I mean, okay, all right, see, that's the first step. You know you needed to change, you know. I knew I needed a different peer group. I knew that. It's not that I didn't love the peer group I was in, I just knew I needed a new peer group. Because it ain't changed since high school. I went back for Thanksgiving and I said, I was teasing my kids. I said, I can tell you where everybody's at, because they're in the same place they were 30 years ago. You know, it ain't changed. I said, and I told them, I was telling the kids, we do a program at Duncanville High School, and I talked to the kids there, and they talk about their goals and where they're going to be 3 and 4 years from now and what they're going to be doing. I said, no. Let me help you out. I'm not a teacher, so I'm not here. I'm here to talk the truth into y'all. I said, so yeah, save that. I said, save where you're going to be 3 or 4 years from now. Bring me your 3 best friends. I said, because if you bring me your 3 best friends, I can tell you where you're going to be 5 years from now. Because it ain't changed since high school. Jocks hang out with the jocks. Yeah. Right? Cheerleaders hang out with the cheerleaders. Nerds hang out with the nerds. Girls that get pregnant, hang out with the other girls. Guys that do drugs, hang out with the other guys. TK said that. And I knew I was in the wrong peer group. So I said, I love my friend, but I got to get away. So I went away to college, and I only had 2 goals. I went to the University of Iowa. And the University of Iowa was far removed from LA as you could get. But when I got there, I said, I only got 2 goals. One was to graduate with a degree in 4 years, because I knew my parents didn't have no money. So if I don't get this degree in 4 years when the scholarship is over, it's over. Right. Okay? The second was to be an All-American in football. And I said, those are the only 2 goals I got, and that's all see, most of y'all don't have, see, one of the things with challenges, you got to have goals. You got to know where you're going, because when you know where you're going, you don't get sidetracked on, I knew what I was doing. You know, so when my partner come to me, man, you from LA? Isn't this boring to you? I mean, how did it get you to come to Iowa? I said, let me help you out something. I said, I'm from Los Angeles, California. Do you think I would come from Los Angeles, California to Iowa looking for a party? LA is the party capital of the world. I said, I didn't come here. I said, well, the women ain't no good looking women. I said, wait, hold it. I'm from LA. You think I would come from Los Angeles, California to Iowa looking for a date? I said, that ain't why I'm here. So you got to know why you're here. I knew what I was there for, and I was going straight toward that. So my coach did something that changed my life, because I was one of those students that sat in the classroom looking out the window trying to figure out, what does this have to do with real life? I mean, I'm in this class, yeah, but when am I going to use trigonometry? Really? You know? And I'm trying to figure out, how are the rich people getting rich? I mean, I need to know that. That's what I need to know. And so my coach did something. Hayden Fry did something that changed my life. Every year he would get the football team together with the alumni. Okay? Now, the alumni, how many of you guys graduated from college? How many of you consider yourself alumni? Okay, let me help you out with that. You ain't alumni. You went to college there. Okay? You may have gotten a degree there, but you're not alumni. Okay? Alumni is a whole different group of people. Okay? The alumni are people that donate hundreds of thousands of dollars to the school. Okay, even if you got a degree, how much money did you donate other than that tuition? See, you're not alumni. You just went to school there. May have not gotten a degree, but you went to school there. Okay, so these were alumni, and he would brag on this alumni. He said, "Look, you guys need this. You need for the network. These are the richest people in Iowa. These are the alumni. We're going to have a dinner every year before the season starts where we're going to network. And they want to meet you guys, and you need to meet them. And, you know, I'm a business major, so I'm going, these are the richest guys in Iowa? I said, yeah, I want to meet them. I want to know how they got started. I want to know what they, you know. I mean, because I was fascinated with that. Because I didn't know nobody rich, you know. I'm from the hood. I didn't know nobody rich. So we have this dinner, and we're in a ballroom kind of like this. It's a social setting. And I'm looking around, and I'm going, these are the richest people in Iowa? I said, they don't look rich. Now, I didn't know nobody rich, but you know, you have a stereotype of what you think rich people look like. I mean, and they don't look rich. They're dressed normal, they look normal. I'm thinking, maybe this is Iowa rich. This can't be California rich, because California rich is bling blinging, and you know, I said, these are the rich, and he had made such a point of it, that these are the richest people in Iowa. I was like, these are the richest people in Iowa? And then the other thing that fascinated me was that they were nice people. I don't know why that surprised me, but I mean, I had a stereotype about what rich people were. I thought they were cold and hard, and they stepped on people, and they, you know, I don't know. I didn't know nobody rich, but that's what I thought. I was like, these are actually nice people. But one guy pulled me aside and taught me something that's changed my life. He pulled me aside and he said, Keith, you look like you're really trying to make it. And I said, well, at least I got the look. I really am trying to make it. He said, let me tell you about the real world, Keith. He said, I said, okay, I want to know about the real world. He said, Keith, in the real world, your GPA is irrelevant. I was like, what? Now, I was a football player, but I had a good GPA. So he said, I'll go you one better than that. In the real world, your degree's irrelevant. I'm like, I said, this guy's had too much to drink. He's about to say something crazy, you know. He said, I'm going to tell you two things about the real world, Keith, I don't want you to ever forget. He said, in the real world, the A students will always work for the C students. Always. Always. He said, do you understand what I'm saying? I said, no, sir. I don't have a clue what you're saying. He said, Keith, the A students will never take the risk that the C students will take. He said, in any business, once you get it up and off the ground, you can always hire somebody smarter than you to run it. He said, you know why? He said, because they'll work for peanuts and health insurance. He said, that's all they want. And I found that to be true because I talked to my friends who were in management and middle management with companies, and they were, you know, and I'd ask them, I said, your boss, what does he do? They go, my boss? Nothing. They're not even there. I said, weren't you straight A's? Straight A's all the way through. I said, I think I know your boss. I said, because a guy shared that with me. He said, the second thing about the real world, he said, if you ever work more than 40 hours a week, make sure you do it for yourself.
That's right.
He said, do you understand what I'm saying? I said, no, sir. I don't have a clue what you're saying. He said, how many people work 40 hours a week? I said, well, anybody with a real job works 40 hours a week, don't they? He said, yeah. He said, who do they do it for? I said, I work for whatever company they work for. He said, that's my point. He said, if you're going to work that hard, you need to be working for yourself. He said, but that gets me back to my first point. Most people will never take the risk. He said, so I want you to look around this room. He said, because if you ever wanted to get a room like this again, other than as an athlete, he said, don't get in the wrong line. He said, because you're going to work 40 years either way. You're either going to do it for yourself, or you're going to make somebody else rich. At 20, boom, it was like an epiphany. I was like, man, that was deep. I went over to my football coach, who was Bill Snyder, who's head coach at Kansas State now. And I said, Coach. I said, what did he major in? He said, Keith, why are you? I said, no, I just need to know. He said, well, why do you need to know that? I said, because this is what we said back then. I said, he just dropped some knowledge on me. I said, it was deep. And so I kind of want to know, what was his major? What was the major? What my coach told me was even deeper than that. He said, Keith, he didn't go to college. I was like, what? I said, no, he didn't go to college. I said, wait a second, you've been talking about this alumni dinner, and these are the alumni of Iowa. I said, how you become alumni if you didn't go to college? He looked at me like I just dropped off a turnip. He said, oh, come on. You make enough money, they'll give you all the honorary degrees.
Exactly. That's what's up. That's true. That's true.
I was like, what? I went back to my roommate. I said, man, there's two different worlds out here. We playing the wrong game. You know they giving people degrees? We out here busting our butt and they're giving people degrees? I said, man, I never knew that. I said, where do they teach you that? So all through my 20s, anybody that had a doctorate degree, I'd ask them, did you go to school for that? Because I became far more impressed with honorary degrees than I did academic degrees.
Right.
Because all the people that got the academic degrees were broke. And these people with honorary degrees, I was like, doctor nothing. You ain't been to school. I said, I'm in the wrong line. So many of us have got to determine whether this is the line we need to be in, okay? And not your family, not your friends, you got to determine whether it's for you. Because you're going to have to leave your family and friends to get to the success you want. We talked about it. You're going to have to form a new peer group. I know it's kind of crazy. It's kind of, Tyler said something. Where is Tyler? Tyler's gone. Tyler said something. Tyler said, because it's kind of crazy. It's different. I mean, they're cheering. Now, I want you to understand something about Tyler. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. You don't need to figure it out. You just need to know somebody that knows. You follow me? So I'm gonna share you an example why what Tyler said is true. Y'all should have got his number. Because I was in a situation yesterday with a client and a recruit that we were training. And he had gone to his sister who had just retired and had a bunch of money she didn't know what to do with. And she was letting her, this was her brother, handle it. Well, he didn't know nothing. He was just in Primerica, and he was like, well, I think we can do better than what you're doing now. And she said, well, okay, well, see what you can do. And he was like, I don't know what to do. I said, just set the appointment. Just set the appointment. And so we set the appointment, and so she started asking all the questions, and he was looking at me like, can you answer? I said, call Tyler. He'll answer it. And so we called Tyler. Tyler got on the phone. I said, Tyler, we've got this couple here that's got some money, and they're trying to decide what to do with it, and they're trying to determine the difference between a fixed index or an index annuity. And Tyler spent 30 minutes and walked her through the difference between a fixed index and an index and the bank, you know. And at the end of it, she said, well, that makes sense. And she deposited $100,000. Okay? And for that hour, we were there an hour. Tyler was on the phone half an hour. This person was a regional leader. At 5% dealer allowance, that's $5 grand. At his level, he made about $2 grand in that hour. $2 grand in that hour. Do you understand there are people in your family that need to know this? Right. And we don't have time for you to learn it all.
Right.
Go to somebody that already know it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I'm trying to teach you guys to say, no. If you'll just follow the model is going to take you too many years to get this. Model somebody already done it. Right. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So in doing this, what I'm telling you guys is once you make a decision, this Primerica is very, very quick. I got a young guy. How old are you? You. 20. Okay. I saw you at Charles's office a couple months ago. I seen you every place I've been. And I'm like, this young guy is going someplace. Because he's hanging out with all, now you're in college now, right? Okay. Majoring in what? Software engineering. Okay. But every time I see him, I'm in an environment of people that are making multi-millions. Now, do you understand the people teaching him in college ain't making multi-millions?
Right.
So he got a choice. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with a degree. I have a degree, nothing wrong with a degree. But if your objective is to make money, it would make sense that you surround yourself with people that can show people how to, from scratch, make money. You follow me? You understand our parents can't do that.
Right.
You understand our family can't do that. You understand college can't do that.
Right.
You got to be in an environment. So I'm excited because, see, I was where you were. At 21 years old, I had a decision to make. I said, okay, I've got my degree. Now I'm either going to have to do this football thing or this Primerica thing. And what I looked at was where I wanted to be when I was 25. That's all. I said, I can learn either of them. I can learn the presentation. I can learn. I said, my issue was not could I learn it. My issue was it worth the time. Because I didn't have the money to invest 4 years. You had to invest 4 or 5 years in college, ain't you? Okay? And how many thousands of dollars are you going to be in debt? Like 100? Did you say 100? Okay. All right. Or he could spend 4 or 5 years learning from 6, 7 figure earners. Do you understand? We got the best deal going now. For people look like you and me. Now, it ain't for everybody, so what I'm trying to tell you is you got to decide, number one, you make the decision is for you. Not your friends, because most of my friends were like, man, you need to play pro ball. You need to play pro ball. My family's like, you need to play pro ball. I was like, no, y'all crazy. I done seen something different. I've seen something different. And when they didn't see it, then the decision was, do I see it? You follow me? See, I couldn't wait for everybody's approval that this makes sense. Okay? I had to make the decision for me and mine to say, okay, at 21 years old, the only thing I got is time. I got to make sure who I give my time to. And I said, if these guys will teach me what they know, I'll bet that I could be where I want to be. So I was telling you that night, I said, I started at 21. I said, I was making $100,000 a year by the time I was 23. I said, I was done at 27. Because see, they taught how to be really financially independent. Because I saw actual people that owned businesses and that built wealth. I was used to people driving cars, you know, and bling blinging. And when I started seeing these millionaires, I'm like, they ain't blinging. They ain't driving fancy cars. I said, but they free. I said, I want to be free. Whole different language. That makes sense?
Right.
So I had to learn the language, which you can learn the language. But see, different levels speak different languages. If I'm in McDonald's, I know the language of McDonald's. You follow me? I know product. If I'm at Starbucks, I know coffee. I know blends. I know the sizes. You follow me? Because I'm an employee at Starbucks. But if I'm a manager at Starbucks, it's a different language. Right? See, if I'm a manager at Starbucks, I'm still at Starbucks, but now I got to know staffing and inventory and profit margin and hiring and firing. I'm still at Starbucks, but I speak a different language than the guy just working there. Make sense? But now if I'm an owner of Starbucks, that's a whole different language. Number one, they ain't even there. They're not even there. And number two, they're thinking about how many of these locations can I put up. Well, at 21, I said, I done snuck around and got into the wrong group. Because they're teaching me how to own businesses. I said, I would have settled to just be an employee and make some good money. But they're teaching me how to build a business, what Tony did. Hey, Tony Smooth. Hey, Smooth. Hey. I mean, just to be around people to make, and to see them evolve. James Watkins, first time James Watkins made $20,000 in a month, I used to tease him, I didn't see him no more. See, most of us ain't used to making this kind of money. James made $20,000, we're like, yay, James made $20,000. Like, what happened to James? James said he made $20,000. You wasn't going to see him till the money ran out. That ain't a one-time thing. It's going to be doing it every month. I just thought I was supposed to spend it till it was done. I'll be back. See, we're trying to teach you guys what's already inside. If you got the drink, now if you don't, see what I'm trying to tell you, and Charles always, don't waste time with people that you got to drag. You follow me? See, that's your big challenge. Because you want everybody can't come this way. Only the people that want to come. And so you got to leave friends, family, mama, brother. See, I had a whole bunch of partners like, man, you going to come around, we going to watch the lake. I said, no, man. Oh, you selling insurance, right? You doing that insurance? I said, later for you, man. I said, because you're going to be here 30 years from now. Still talking about how much the Lakers are making. Still talking about how much somebody else is. Now, if the Cowboys win or lose, what's that going to change your financial situation? Okay, so you spending a whole lot of time talking about the Cowboys, okay, whether this person won the presidency or that person, how's that going to change your financial situation? It ain't. So we waste too much time with other folks and so I was just intrigued. See, I'm saying for you guys that have an opportunity to be around six-figure earners and here, see, that cuts to the chase. You don't have to figure this out. All you got to do is decide, do I want to be one of them? Because they'll tell me exactly what I got to do. Exactly. You ain't got to figure, well, I don't know if I know it. You ain't got to know nothing. You don't have to think to the first six figures. Just follow the steps. TK told you. You really want to do it? Set up 8 appointments. I didn't say sell 8 people. I just said set up 8 appointments. Why? Because that's how you get trained. You'll see some good appointments. You'll see some bad appointments. But the key is to set them up. And then watch the process. Make sense? Right. But you have to separate yourself because what our field training group is designed to do is to get more people to do what she did. In 2 months decide I'm going RVP. See, the reality is the only thing keeping you from the success you want is the story you keep telling yourself on why you can't get it. That's the only thing. Change your story.
Change your life.
I'm too old. I'm too young. I don't have no education. I don't have no background. I can't walk. I don't have a good car. Is that the story you tell? Yeah. Okay. Well, then you're right. If that's the reason you can't, I get no support. Okay. That's the story you tell? You going with that? Well, see, when I was struggling, the thing that kept going to me is that you could come to meetings like this and hear people and go, man, that's pretty inspiring. That's pretty, I mean, if they can do it, if they can, well then, what makes me think I can't do it? Because of the only thing they've got different than me is different habits. I can change my habits. Does that make sense? And if I change my habits, see, it's a habit thing. It's not a talent thing, because I can develop the right habits, if I make the decision. Okay? So once I make the decision, then I got to stop browsing. When I say browsing, any guys ever seen anybody browse in a supermarket? Ever done that? I mean, you see somebody just going through the cart, just browsing. You know, and they'll pick up something and go, oh, that ain't a good deal. You get that cheap someplace else. Browsing up and down the aisle, just looking at different things. Just, well, that's not on sale. That's not. And then you ever seen somebody go into a supermarket just running? See, browsers hate that, because browsers just like, well, see, a browser's like, hey, yeah. But see, that person, they may go to one thing. They may go to just a gallon of milk. That's me, okay? My wife, get a gallon of milk before you go. Okay, get a gallon of milk. Now, they done got the gallon of milk, and now they turn around and they going back down the same aisle faster than the person he's still in the same aisle. He's still in the same aisle. And he's like, hey! Stop running the kids in here. Somebody gonna get hurt. Well, see, the person with the gallon of milk, they know what they want. See, they know what they want. They're not looking for a discount. They're not looking for a bargain. I'm not looking for a sale. Success don't come on sale. You got to pay for it. Okay? All right. But you get it and get out. At 21, I was like, man, if this works, I don't need no more college. I don't need football. I'll be my own boss. What time you meet, it don't matter. How much it costs. That's all it costs. You know how much college costs? This all. Oh, I'm in. I don't have the money. Then you don't want it bad enough. That's right. That's right. See, if the best person, whoever your group was in town, you find the money for that. You with me? Yeah. So I got into this and I'm like, they are teaching. Now here's what I had to eliminate. Had my boys, we come to the meeting, fast start, building up, the guys talking about how to make money. I'm tapping my boy. I said, man, I got boys here. We're going to do this together. After the meeting, I was like, good. After me, I said, so what y'all ready? You think we're going to, oh man, you really think that, man, where we going to eat? Man, that don't work like that. That's a pyramid, man. That's a scam. I'm like, wait. We all broke, and you tell me that's a scam? No, man, that don't work like that. What are we doing later tonight? I said, we ain't doing nothing. Because I decided right then I need a new group of friends. You follow me? See, some of y'all ain't willing to leave your friends. And I ain't mad at you, but if you don't leave them, you're going to be there with them. That's right. So I had to leave my friends. Does that make sense?